So, what would you do in this situation? You get a call from the school that your 9-year-old has gotten in trouble for lying and stealing pencils. The pencils in the classroom have been going missing at an alarming rate, and the teacher told the students again and again that they need to leave them in the classroom when they go home. Yesterday, your child was seen by the teacher putting a school pencil in their backpack, and when the teacher asked them if they had it, they said no. Your child was then sent to the principal's office and required to do classroom cleanup on a Saturday. While you think about that, let's talk about needs. You have needs, I have needs, kids have needs, and guess what? They're all the same needs. In addition to physical safety, we all have 3 psychological needs. These are connection, the feeling of belonging, loving and being loved, autonomy, the belief that we make the decisions that govern our lives, and mastery, the experience of getting better and better at something. Together, they create a sense of psychological safety, confidence, independence, and healthy relationships. When all of these needs are met, we and our children are automatically motivated to explore, to learn, and to create. But if any one of these needs goes unmet, our energies then shift to doing whatever we can to meet that need, whether or not it seems rational or healthy. When a child cannot get any one of these needs met, or worse, has to sacrifice one need to get the other, it can damage their innate motivation and self-confidence and directly affect their relationships. In this 3-part series, I share common ways adults undermine kids' needs. Over the last 2 weeks, I've talked about mastery and autonomy. Today, I'm going to talk about connection. In short, we all need people. We need to love and feel loved. We need a sense of belonging and acceptance. And connection is arguably the most important and experienced as the most urgent of the 3 needs. Simply, we all need to feel like we're part of a group or a community and that we matter to the people around us. Chronic lack of connection can lead to a state of depression or even illness. Connection is also the need that kids and adults will typically prioritize at the cost of the first 2. And there are a number of theories about why this is, but just know that your kids will do pretty much anything to have this feeling of connection and positive regard from you. So before I share common connection killers, I want you to know that I have made most of these mistakes myself, even when I knew not to. Sometimes it was because it went so against the way that I was raised that I didn't trust it. And other times, even though I wanted to, it just felt impossible to stop. If you're interested in learning more, visit our website. Wherever you are on this journey and whatever mistakes you've made along the way and whatever mistakes you will make, the fact that you're here says a lot about you. Parenting and the lessons that we learn along the way in that process can be the greatest catalyst for our own personal transformation that we'll ever know. And your child, watching your evolution, watching your growth, and how you recover and adapt may be more powerful of a lesson than you always getting it right. So let's go. Connection killer number 1, punishment. Don't punish your kids, ever. Seriously. You are the person that your kid needs to be able to go to talk to trust when times get tough. And if they think you're intentionally causing them to suffer, which is what punishment is, this builds a very conflicted set of messages around how their loved ones can treat them. There are oodles of resources in the positive parenting movement, so I won't spend time repeating them here. But let me just say that most actions already hold innate consequences. You don't need to make them up. Nor, as I said in the video on mastery, do you need to rescue your child from them. Yes, there are boundaries, there are hard lines, and your child will cross them. But the goal is for them to learn from their experience, not to suffer. I also want to just take a moment to tell you something that you may not have heard anywhere else. If you were raised in a punitive environment, positive parenting may feel impossible to put into practice, even if you know it's the way to go, even if you want to go that way. Partners or other family members and other parents may all expect you to handle things punitively, which makes it difficult. And the myth of the spoiled child is still alive and well. But the hardest part is that the blueprint that you have to work with is most likely the same one that you were raised with. And in this case, without rewiring your brain and automatic responses, you may not be able to get as far as you want. If this is the case, give yourself grace. Apologize when you mess up, acknowledge your mistakes, and just keep trying. You will still make progress, and this alone is a powerful thing for a child to witness. Connection killer number 2, not having their back. At the start of this video, I asked what you would do if your child was punished for an act that was witnessed but they denied doing. Even if your child committed the act, even if they tell you that they didn't do it, the most connecting thing you can do is to take your child's side. They've already gotten the consequence. They know what will happen without you doing anything, and they'll have learned. You don't need to reinforce it. But now your child knows that when things get tough, even when they mess up, no matter how bad, they can come to you and ask for guidance and support. The first thing you want to do is check in on how they're feeling about what happened. Ask them in an open way. And whatever they say, even if you know there's probably more to the story, and there's always more to the story, just agree with them. Then find out what's going to be the most supportive for them. Your support can look anything like sympathy, like, wow, that sucks, I'm so sorry, to righteous indignation, like, that was totally excessive, and I would like to talk to the teacher about why they reacted so strongly. Are you okay with that? If they feel like they have some responsibility in this, they will most likely tell you that's not necessary. And if they do want you to come in and give them support, it gives you an opportunity to demonstrate kindness, curiosity, and respectful conversation when you ask for the other person's side of the story. And if it comes out that they did something, most likely they will be the one to tell you. You can try to understand why they felt like they needed to do it in the first place. Was it a simple mistake? Or was there something else, like some secret underground school supply crime racket forcing kids everywhere to steal pencils? You never know. Anyway, you get my point. So do any of these look familiar? Do you recognize any of this in the way that you were parented? Chances are you may find some items on this list anywhere from surprising to challenging. If so, you are in good company. Which one surprised you the most? Which ones impacted you? How are you parented? Share in the comments below anything you'd like to understand better, challenge, support, or are unsure how to apply in your current situation. And thanks for watching.